Good morning, mate. How are you today? Just leaving my hotel. It's very bright, that actually. It doesn't look that bright in real life. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just walking over to the NEC in Birmingham. I've got my Hyrox race this morning, where I'm going to post a world record shit time. I might come dead last today. That's hurting already. Like, the hardest part of today, I think, there's two things. One is not making my calf injury any worse by either running or, there is a chance something happens on the burpee broad jump, the kettlebell carry, or potentially the sled push. Those are things which have got real potential to make my calf injury worse. But I'm trying to live what I sort of tell you guys to do, which is we do it anyway. And is it dumb? Nah, maybe. But I'm going to go with the intention of learning. I'm going to see what the registration process is like. I'm going to see how long it takes you to get through the check-in, what the situation with the bag drop is. There's a lot of learning to be done without trying to get on the podium today. Very mixed feelings if I post a time that's like over 2 hours, because obviously I'd like to be competitive, and I'm not going to be competitive. I'm trying to get it around my head that finishing today would be a win, but at the same time it's going to hurt, so it's one of them, innit? Try and get around it. I'll see you lot in a few hours. Be on my Instagram, I guess, no matter what I do. But what we're talking about today, we are talking Wayne Rooney. Oh, we've got animals today, we've got ducks. Talking about Wayne Rooney, and talking about Rooney, about Mbuemo. Questioned his signing, and he's been on this podcast talking how he's proved him wrong, and how he's been probably United's best player this season, and I have to agree. I do think Bryan Mbeumo has been our best player. Ahead of the Liverpool game, I had him down for our most dangerous. I thought he was the one that was the most likely to be our match winner, and I think that's exactly what he is. I think he's a match winner. I think he's someone that you can rely on in big games, and he proved that again at weekend. I think he's someone that will get you goals. I think he's got an X factor about him, possibly because of his pace and his dribbling abilities. But I also really love his work rate, his attitude. He's just no nonsense, man. I don't think there's any diva in him. The only drama we're going to have, I think, is come AFCON. We're going to lose our entire right side. And I don't just mean Mbuemo. I think you potentially lose Mazraoui, Ahmad and Mbuemo. And that, I don't know how this Manchester United side covers it up. That's going to be very interesting to see what we do to do that. But when you think, okay, let's look at our signings for this season. Leman is looking very good. He's made 8 or 9 saves in 2 games. The 6 games that Bryan Mbeumo played, he only made 13. His save percentage is huge compared to him. It's just an extremely small sample size, but Bryan Mbeumo was objectively shit in terms of a save percentage. It was one of the things I was talking about, like, this guy's not better than Onana. Lemon is better than Onana, but potentially by a lot. And the calmness, the way he holds on to stuff. He pulled up those metrics last season of being the best saver on earth by volume and percentage. What was it? I think it was volume. I don't know if it was percentage. But I guess one kind of goes hand in hand with the other, right? I think he's looked good. Cunha, I think, has shown us flashes, but obviously he's been in and out of the team, so that's going to be somewhat of an impact, and somewhat impactful. Sesko, similar. He was sort of slowly introduced. has looked pretty good when he played, but is in and out of the team. Mbuemo's the one that's had the most sort of level of consistency, and I think that is what is the standout feature at the moment. He is our best player. I absolutely agree with Rooney. I think he is our best player. He's been our best player. And I know you wouldn't give Player of the Year out this early in the season, but if he was, it ain't anybody else. I just do worry how we're going to cope when it comes to AFCON. But I've been very impressed with him. I think he does everything, with and without the ball. He's a threat. He presses. He gets stuck in. So this is only going to be a short one this morning because I'm going to go head in. I'm going to go and get this done. I've basically got 24 weeks between now and the Manchester Marathon. I can't walk without being in pain right now, but looking at the last time I did my calf, it was 7 weeks before I was running 5Ks again. So if I'm going off that timeline, I should be able to be running, or at least jogging, by the time I have the London Hyrox, which is December the 4th. And then there's coincidentally 7 weeks in between that one and the one in Manchester. So hopefully I can rehab as of tomorrow and be in a position to complete the London one, because hopefully I complete today, but hopefully then I can just complete the London one by jogging those 1k loops, and then 6-7 weeks to empty the tank a little bit and get ready for Manchester, where hopefully I can post what is actually a representational time of how fit I am. Third time lucky maybe. And then I've got a 12-week block to get ready for the marathon, where the running volume has to go in. And obviously I fucking tried to analyse, where did that go tits up? Where did I manage to get injured again? Because I genuinely thought I was a perfect patient. Did I warm up properly? I think I was. I can't actually figure out what the fuck happened. But I actually posted 21 runs in the 5 weeks between starting running and getting injured. So I think 21 runs, and that most of those were 5Ks, and there was a couple of 10s, a couple of 8s, a couple of 7s in there. I think that's over it, isn't it? So I don't know. When you've got an injury, it feels like you'll never get to run again, and then when you get like 5 or 6 runs deep, I think you'll never get injured again. So trying to be not the Arsenal fan in it, and just be in the middle, just be level. But yeah, I'm gonna go give this an absolute send on the stations and try and burn myself out on the stations, because I've got a 10-minute walk recovery in between each of the stations. So yeah, this is going to hurt the ego more than anything else, and going to be able to try and keep a lid on not running as everyone else fucking blasts off in front of me. But while there's a big crowd of people that are heading this way, I'm going to follow them because I don't know where I'm going. But have a good day, everyone. Hopefully you can get some wins in today, and we'll be back out in the countryside tomorrow for a walk, unless I've made it worse today, in which case I'll be sat in a fucking car. Right, in a bit. Laters.